Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's weekly musings is Pattern Disruptors. I'm doing a series of weekly musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, but I'm still finding this information very pertinent and evergreen, even though the world has completely changed since then. So I will summarize at the end the topic based on everything that's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Pattern Disruptors. So the full blog post title is Pattern Disruptors. Stop painful interactions now. We made it through the holidays, but this year has been a doozy so far. We've stepped up to a new evolution of consciousness, and all sorts of things are coming out of the woodwork. When you're vibrating at a higher level, things that are dense get dislodged. It may feel like your foundation is being rocked, or the mortar holding your life together has become loose. Things that were your anchor points have gone. Your own identity seems to be dissipating. Circumstances may seem to be creating these changes. Your relationship, job, or home situation may have fallen apart or come together. But in reality, it's you, your inner being, that is shining a brighter light, and everything else is reacting, a ripple effect emanating from you. What this means is that you can no longer interact with others in the same way. They may seem to be carrying on things learned from family, but you cannot respond from old expectations. And yet, when you speak up, stand in your truth, all hell breaks loose. A while back, I wrote about the bug zapper technique for keeping your space clear around others. It's especially useful in situations like weddings, family reunions, and anytime you're around groups of people where you or they may be triggered. The bug zapper eliminates projections coming towards you, but also disintegrates projections coming from you as well. This is a variation of that technique, but you start with creating a single laser beam representing one thread of a pattern. Have it out in front of you, or if you're feeling the effects of a pattern in a particular place, inside you at that spot. Allow it to vibrate. When I did this recently, I noticed one family member who was carrying on the legacy. The laser beam initially seemed like a lightning bolt, not meant to zap them, but to zap the pattern. The threads of connection disappeared, and we both looked lighter. You don't have to know what the pattern is, and in fact, it may be more useful not to know, as it opens up more possibilities when it's not defined. You can also use multiple threads. They look like a grid. You can pass the grid through your energy space, or use it in front of you or to one side. When I did this, I noticed the energy shifting with someone I cared about, and fortunately in a way that eased the matching pain we're experiencing. This is something you can play with in meditation or when going to sleep at night. It's helpful to be intuitive and playful about it and not think too hard. Be open-minded and notice what is different. And as you do this, your interactions with people get easier. Situations you may have thought were impossible to change naturally unfold. You're not out there doing anything, manipulating circumstances. You're just focusing on vibrating threads. And these threads and grids can shrink down to the size of microchips. You can allow them to work within your space without giving a whole lot of attention to them. Your energy increases, your sense of well-being expands. You are consciousness, and playing with this energy is how you navigate your life as consciousness. So try this for the next week and see what happens. So this is really fun because I am dealing with some issues, and this will be a really fun technique that I'd completely forgotten about to make some changes. But the other thing is, in the 10 years since I wrote this, there's been an upgraded version of the bug zapper that I read about. In fact, I haven't really seen the bug zapper online or in any store. So the original bug zapper was this kind of blue light thing that would attract insects, mosquitoes, whatever, and they would get attracted into this blue light and they'd get zapped. And when I created this as an energy technique, I imagined a blue light around me and that anybody projecting their stuff at me, the stuff would get disintegrated, and anything that I was projecting at them would also get disintegrated. And it really, really helped me at a family wedding that I was at, where I was experiencing a lot of pain around some family members. So the new technique that I learned was based on actually a new bug zapper that I think they were college students that developed it, but they found that the original bug zapper was geographically limited. You know, they had to come into this lamp-like thing, and they found a way of expanding the projection point so that it could take your whole deck, maybe even your whole backyard. It could zap the bugs from that far away. So I adjusted my inner bug zapper to being that kind of device. I should look that up. Should I look that up? Do I really need to intellectually know it? No, I don't. I just adjusted my bug zapper. So it would be that kind of thing where it went beyond my immediate space, because I don't need to let those projections get that close to me. And I will have to say that there's so much going on in the world today, and people's pain points are being triggered so badly that this can actually be a useful technique for you to navigate and become clear from other people's projections, but also be clear of your own projections. And you might find that those people around you will respond as well, because you're disintegrating their pain pictures. And as many people in the world today that can do these kind of things just contributes to the well-being of the entire collective consciousness. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the heart button, the thumbs up button. Please like or subscribe. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of what's going on in your life and in the world today. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, click on the link below to my self-study course, where you can learn techniques to navigate your life as consciousness. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com, and there you can learn about my individual sessions and my coaching specials and much more. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you next week in another Weekly Musings.